Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video, what I got going on for you guys is I just want to do another simple video on some shoes that, I think are good to hold right now. This is just, again, I did one like 2 days ago, but I'm just doing kind of a part two to that. I mean, I've done plenty of seller hold or just shoes to hold videos, but yeah, this is just kind of going to be on the theme of ones I'd be looking to hold into maybe later this year, since we got Christmas season coming, and a lot of shoe prices will be rising just because demand for them, or because there's just not going to be enough of them out there to meet how many people want, and that'll cause prices to go up. So let's discuss it and go over which pairs I think that might happen to, or just ones that, again, I think are good long-term holds. Doesn't necessarily mean I think, hey, it's gonna be a quick hold like this, but we'll get into it. If you guys want more, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Don't forget, I'm always doing content like this every single day. Well, yeah, I mean, I've been uploading every single day for the last couple months, so I'm gonna try and stick with that. So yeah, if y'all want more, just stay tuned here, drop a like, trying to 300 on this video. Just let me know these are the types of videos y'all want more of. And also check out my IGs down below. Always buying, selling, trading here. I'm gonna be posting a ton for sale here. I'm getting so many spam calls on my phone right now. I don't know why. But yeah, check me out here. I actually had a new post that I made here today as well. So if you want to check my post, feel free. So yeah, always trying to post like good content, things like that there. And you can also check us out down below at Resale Vision. See some of the deals we're doing this week, some of the ones we did last night. I mean, we're trying to be consistent here every single day and provide the best to our members in there. Always mailing stuff out too every single day. That's another thing. So anybody waiting on stuff in there, don't worry, it's gonna be out this week. But yeah, that's what I can say. I hope y'all will enjoy. You can check that all out down below, and let's discuss some shoes that might be some good holds. So typical format, I'm just gonna put the screen recording up right here, and you guys can see what we got going on. The first one that I have right up here is the Yeezy Granite Slide. Now, you could also go with, if you checked my video 2 days ago, I think it was 2 days ago. I could be wrong again. By the time this video is out, it might be a little bit more than that. But basically, I was saying there's a lot of Yeezy Slides. For example, the Dark Onyx and the Onyx colorway, they're both making progress. Like, have made pretty significant progress too. The Onyx especially. Those ones are back at like 180, 170 in the big sizes. So those I wouldn't say are as much of a hold, right? And the one main thing I want to discuss too about Yeezy Slides, and this is why I'm saying this is only a maybe, right, is because Yeezy Slides are prone to restock. However, I've heard that we aren't going to be having any more Adidas Yeezy Slide restocks until probably around January, February of 2025. We're probably done for this year. And if that is true, that stands true, ends up being the case, they don't do like a Q4 drop, which if they do something towards the end of this year, it would not surprise me. I mean, it only makes sense. They'll be able to sell a lot of stuff. But the one main thing I can say about the prices we have right now and where I think they're heading, just based off how a lot of Yeezy Slides have been looking. I mean, check this out. They were down to like 80 bucks, dipping under. I mean, look at that. That's right around the time when we had a, like March, start of April, we had tons of Yeezys dropping there. And you can see these were sitting at like 98, 110, and now they've been slowly heading up towards 130. I actually think we've had some sales at 140. I could be wrong on this, but yeah, you can see some consistent progress at around 120, 125, 126 right now. But a couple weeks ago, they were just sitting at 110, and before that, they were sitting at 90. So I just think there will continue to be steady progress on Yeezys, especially looking at the Onyx Slide. This is the most popular one. Whenever you look up Yeezy Slide, this is the first one that comes up on StockX. At least for me, it is. And yeah, I mean, you can see, look, it's like they've restocked these so many times, and every single time they continue to go back up in price. I mean, look at this. You see what I'm saying? I mean, check that out. These were down at, well, I remember getting some big sizes at like 110, 105, and now look at this, chilling at 130 consistently. But I mean, if you actually go look at some of those big sizes, right? Check out size 11. So 184 last sale. I mean, look at this. That's a pretty solid rise right there. And this is several years after like that initial Yeezy hype for these slides. So that just shows you how consistent upsellers these are. And that's the main reason why I'm saying a lot of these, good colorways, Slate Gray, Onyx, Dark Onyx, Granite, I think those are all going to be good holds heading into Christmas time, especially in size 11 plus. I think we're going to see some really good progress on them. I could be wrong on that, so just say that because there might be a restock, so that's just one thing to keep in mind. But if you already have pairs, this is one thing I'll say, if you already have some pairs of Yeezys, just wait. I have a good feeling about them. I mean, maybe sell a couple now, get those good sales at the prices that we got right now, because they're pretty good. And you can see that a lot have risen from that initial dip they had kind of back in March or April. So yeah, I would just, I'd be paying attention. We might see some really good consignment going on for these. Would not surprise me, even though it's going to be cold in December. People buying summer slides. Shows you it's not a seasonal thing. People just like them. I got my Azures right here. I mean, yeah, I just like Yeezy Slides. They're just good. They're comfy for most people. So yeah, first one, Yeezy Slides in the popular colorways. Basically top, five you see on StockX, including the bone one. Yeah, I mean, those are, I'd pay attention. Aside from the salt one, that one, I don't think it's gonna make too much progress. But the other ones, Yeah, basically the ones close to the original Onyx, yes. Now, I think we could see some progress also on the breads. I think it's possible, maybe like 20, 30 bucks, but keep in mind, there's a huge amount of these out there. Like, this isn't one of those pairs that we would all of a sudden see a shortage of. Not yet, at least, maybe next year, but yeah, right now, we still had these drop earlier this year, so I think we could see some progress just because, you know, people are going to be wanting them, demand, but I think that'll quickly, you know, dip back down a bit in, you know, January. So this could be just a good seller in December if you're just looking to be like, oh, what's a good pair I could get that'll, you know, I'll definitely be able to flip in December. Here's one. Now, next up, the Canaries, as you guys can see, Canary Travis Scott lows, right? It's a woman's Travis Scott low, but doesn't matter. I mean, go look at the olive Jordan 1 low. Woman, that's a, you know, that's a Travis Scott Jordan 1 low. That's a woman's sneaker. Those went up like 300, 400 bucks, even more in some sizes, which is crazy. And you guys can see the Canaries have started making that little bit of progress. That's like, I mean, you can see, look, these are down here 292, and now look at this, 330, 340. You know, dipping back down a little bit right there. But you can see 330, 340. So I'm thinking that the Canaries have kind of, you know, hit their bottom. That's one of the main things I'll mention, and I do think that in sizes 11W plus, we're going to see some good progress for these later this year. Now, if it's not later this year, that December season, right? I think we're going to see it around summer of next year. We're going to probably see these at a $500 to $600 price range in some of the larger extended sizes. So that's going to be 12W plus. But in the other ones, I think we could see some of them at 500 bucks, like 11W, 11.5W, but that's going to be more or less next year. I don't think we're going to see these run up like 100 bucks Christmas time. We could, but I think there's other Travis lows that people like more, and they'll go spend the extra 100, 200 bucks for them because, you know, they like them that much more. But if, you know, that's not the case, this is one that people can get for a little bit cheaper right now. Still expensive. I mean, these are, it's not cheap, but I do have a good feeling about this Travis low and where it's going to be heading in the future, just because I do think that, yes, it was one of the ones that had more stock, but I don't feel like most people are paying attention to this one. Most people are, you know, stuck on the medium olives or other past ones, and this one's been, you know, kind of sitting under most people's radar. Is it one that is probably not as wearable as majority of them? Yes, absolutely, and I think that plays into the prices we got. Also, with it being a women's sneaker, that drops the price a bit, you know. But yeah, they extended the sizes, so, you know, my guys can still go get them. But this is one of those ones that I think it's not going to last, you know, because keep in mind, 12W, that's 10.5 men's, 10.5 Travis Scott low. Like the medium olives, 10.5 goes for like 500 bucks. So these 500 bucks, I think that can happen 100%. So yeah, good long-term bet, and one that I think will be selling hot later this year just because it's the cheapest Travis Scott low, pretty much. Doesn't mean it's bad, but just based off the current resale prices, yeah. If someone just says, I just want a Travis low, you know, there you go. This one, it's the most affordable one. Affordable, obviously, being, you know, still 400 bucks plus fees and all that if you're going through apps. But yeah, I got some of these. I think it's a good hold, in my opinion, especially in those big sizes. Of course, White Thunder GS is another one. I mean, again, I think we're on like our 4th sneaker we've mentioned in this video, but this is one that I want you guys to continue to pay attention to. I mean, keep in mind, these just dropped. And look, 7Y, 6.5Y, 6Y, 5. I mean, 5.5Y plus is all almost going for 200 bucks. Some are already above that point. So, yeah, I just want to let y'all know, GS Jordan 4s, always a good flip, and especially ones like this that, you know, they just didn't do a lot of initially. These have never really been under 200 bucks in those bigger 6.5Y, 7Y. I mean, they've been at like 190, 185 briefly, but that did not last very long. And it just goes to show you, you know, Nike still isn't making enough of these GS Jordan 4s. So I just want to let y'all know, these absolutely think will be a great consignment play, but I think it'll be a really good hold. Like, look, there's not even many 7Ys listed. Check this out. Look at this. See what I'm saying? There's just not even, there's not many. There's not, like, for a GS Jordan 4, usually a pair that has more stock, like Jordan 4s in general, like, this is not a lot. Like, this is usually what you would see, like, months and months after the drop. Like, this is only, like, I think, what, 3 months? 2 or 3? Yeah, just, you know what I mean? I think these are a good play. We've talked about it before, though. And finally, I actually want to discuss something a little bit different. I think these Asics might make some progress. Now, this is one of those sneakers that they did just restock. So, as you can see, some of the smaller sizes are a bit cheaper, but that 10.5, you know, plus range, as you can see, sitting up there. But you can even just say 9.5 plus. Still looking pretty good. I mean, you're at 160 plus in most sizes. But with the current demand we have for a lot of Asics, and as you guys can see, it has the lightning bolt symbol, so it shows you it's pretty popular. And this is something I see with a lot of Yeezys. As they restock, boom, drop in price. Then they go back up, drop in price, go back up, drop in price. And as you can see, they're kind of staying steady now. But I think if these do not restock again, that's one main thing to say. If they don't do a massive restock, they can restock once, but maybe it won't be a big one, right? I think this is one of those shoes that we could potentially see heading up in price. But I have seen some bulk sellers with these, so until they clear out, they probably have cleared out by now, since that was like a week ago, and as you guys can see, several hundred of these have sold through StockX alone, and there's, you know, other resale platforms, of course, so keep that in mind, other resellers they'll be selling to. So yeah, I think this is one of those shoes that we could potentially see up in price later this year, just because, you know, maybe they won't have a restock plan for later this year, and there's going to be people wanting this pair just because the demand for A6. It's a very wearable colorway. Like, I like this pair. Like, in terms of A6, this is a good one. I have a couple other A6 I'm sitting on right now that I'd probably wear, though, before these, because, you know, it's just like, why would I go buy another pair when I can just, you know, wear the other ones I got? But this is a potential play. That's what I'm going to say. The other ones I'm more certain on. This, I mean, A6 I'm still a little bit more new to, but, you know, I've gotten a couple. They flip pretty safely. I know A6 do flip if it's a good colorway, so yeah, that's what I think about these. Potentially just because demand could see them up in price later this year. So if you like this pair, maybe just go look for your smaller size now before everyone is later this year. But as you can see, I mean, look, there's every single size except for 4 has that express ship symbol. So that lets you know there's plenty of bulk sellers on this shoe. That's why I said potential play, because that may disappear and that lets us know there's, you know, kind of a shortage for them. But at the moment there isn't, so just understand that. Maybe these two, Bad Bunny Gisellos, just because, again, the current demand we have for Giselles. And you guys can see these have just been heading down in price, but that's kind of slowed down, as you can see, as of recent. But maybe there's been a lot of restocks going on for these. So, again, this is just another one I'm throwing out there. Maybe some potential later this year that we could see them back at $200, because right now, again, most sizes have dipped under that. But as you can see, every single size has the express ship option. That usually lets me know there's plenty of them out there right now. So, only a maybe. I'll say that. So on that screen recording, like, I'd honestly feel more comfortable with just holding GS White Thunder 4s, medium olive lows, Canary lows. Like, you know, there's easy bets we know are going to make progress, you know? You know, it's better to just buy the stuff we know is going to make progress. That's my honest answer. Like, you know, over the last couple of years, like, I've learned a lot about holding shoes, what, like, you know, what's the good play, what's right. And you got to go for stuff that's A, unique, and B, just, you know, for the bets, that the stuff that everyone knows is going to be going up. Like, the stuff that everyone's just like, oh man, I'm going to need a pair of these. Like, whenever you know, start hearing all that, that's when you should be like, okay, you know, maybe I should get a pair or two of these, put them on ice. And yeah, I mean, especially with like the Travis Scott lows, that's just like a money glitch, you know, because they don't restock them ever. And they never do enough of them. So down the line, they go up in price because there's still demand for them. Especially with these medium olives. Those are gonna make some serious progress. Very wearable colorway. Look at the last olives. Yeah, that's what I can say. But this video has been very long, 15 minutes of me yapping. So I'm definitely going to make sure I cut this down. If you guys want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Trying to get 300 likes on this video. I'm just laughing that I'm going to hate editing this later. It's going to suck. It's going to be a long editing session, but should be fine. And yeah, you guys can also check us out down below at Resale Vision. We got some deals going to be dropping tonight, but I got to make sure I sort some of the ones from last night first. So I'll get them out tonight. It'll probably be late, but for all my members in there, you're going to see some deals when you wake up in the morning. And I'll make sure after I record this video, I'm going to get a few out. So yeah, you know, we'll be consistent. That's what it's going to be. And you can also check me out. My Instagram's down below. Actually, I have to post stuff for sale here and make a new post too. So we're going to do that. Y'all will see that up by tonight. And yeah, just staying consistent, busy on the schedule. It's midterm week for me right now in college. Excuse me, I cannot speak. My brain's been a bit fried recently just because, yeah, I mean, I've had so much work to do. I had to get up. I had to interview a professor for an assignment, then I had to go to class, take an exam, go to my next one, come back, do my daily pickup for shoes. I got to sort those pairs, and then, yeah, here we are recording this video. So it's a grind. That's what I can say. Will it pay off? Will it not? I don't know. I think it will. We will see. But that's it. I'm T. Thank you, guys. I'm going to catch you all in the next video, and hope y'all enjoyed. That's what I can say. Let me know what you're holding. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I just want to give y'all some honest advice. The best thing, just go for the easy bets. You know what they are in your heart? Yeah, go for them. Travis lows. All right, I'm done here. I'll see y'all tomorrow in the next video. Don't miss out on that. Peace.